I'm sacrificing fucking everything for growth with myself, my content, and my business. Literally bed, desk, everything is set up and designed by choice because we are in a period of lock-in focus. This video is going to be a lot longer than most other videos, but I just want to show the raw reality of just building a business with a bare bones room. In the info space, everyone is like using money, gets heavy in cash flow, and they're spending that money. But like right now, I'm just trying to like build myself, build my skills, get better with AI, get better with content, get better in business, keep building that cash flow engine, but then more importantly, reinvesting and accumulating and building real wealth, because it's going to be like a period of, yeah, okay, maybe I look like I don't have much now, but that's because this is my design, this is my choice. I want to accumulate and build and never ever be bored and never ever have to answer to anyone for the rest of my life. Like in this period, I'm good, but like for the rest of my life, when I have family and I have all of this going on, so yeah, I'm just getting interrupted by fucking finkwong.com calling me. Bro, this fucking guy, bro. So now I'm just gonna log back in, get on the call with finkwong.com, and then I'm gonna finish working what I'm working on, and then we'll see how the rest of the day unfolds. So see you when I see you. Yo, we've made it to FK.OK Villa. What are you saying, bro? You good?
I'm cruising. This guy's just good at LARPing, bro.
What is LARPing?
LARPing means like, it's like people that go to a cafe and take a photo with their laptop and like pretend they're actually working.
That's what we're kind of doing right now.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Okay, so I just run Sam through our entire school funnel and our entire info business on exactly how we get and convert customers. Thoughts?
I'm fucking cooked. My brain is fried. I've got a lot of work to do. It's fucking insane.
What are your thoughts?
Lots of value. Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah?
It's sick. It's gonna take over the game for sure.
Yo, what are you saying? Welcome to Bali.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, Sam.
He's repping the OH House shop.
The boys have been here for a minute now. Obviously, I'm a bit late, but how are you, bro? What have you been up to?
Like today we just had a guy that can help with tax, so he's going to help us set up. If you want to get set up as well in Dubai, you can do us all at the same time. So he's going to be able to help everyone in the community with finance, not just tax, also like setting up banks. Where should you set up?
Bro, that's so valuable because we've set up our business in Dubai, and it was an expensive, a confusing, and a hard process, and that'd be so valuable for anyone else that wants to get into it.
Right, and he literally said to us, he's like, "Why do you want to go to Dubai?" And I was like, "Oh, because of tax." He's like, "Well, if you just want to go to Dubai because of tax, there's way better options, but you don't have to spend time, and you can spend like one day and you can get less tax because Dubai still has a little bit of tax. But if you want to live in Dubai, he's like, go to Dubai."
Yeah. Well, I'm going to order because everybody ordered, and then good update on the fkwong.com.
Finkwong.com, baby.
Yeah, bro. And I'll pick you up if there's anything else interesting. If not, fucking fuck around and find out in a bit. Yo, it is the end of the day. It is currently midnight, and I have just gotten home. I have to go to bed early because I used to go to bed at 5 a.m., but I have to go to bed early, which is 12 a.m. because I have a podcast tomorrow. I think now it's time where I know enough about branding and what I want to do and what I want to do in the short term, long term, the micro, the macro, to be able to like really double down, and my competency and capabilities to share that through a strong mechanism, which is this type of content, this style, and then also the learnings and the journey and the ability to have consistent output of content without it taking too much away from the business. And I can also see if I'm fully in on this business and I'm all in on sharing info, I can see a return on it, because no one else is going to be sharing and teaching people how to do an info business that is not selling them into their info business. I'm going to get the audience, which is watching, and I'm going to attract A players because of my brand. They know how hard I work, they know how driven I am, they know I'm going to be a fucking billionaire, and they know that I'm going to be a billionaire to become fucking so versed with enough intelligence, resource, team, implementation, learnings, honesty, truth, so I'm able to have a true impact on the world and really have enough resource to make the most out of the impact and have it with a leverage play to really do what I think is important in this world and what's good and what's right by people. And so that's the second thing. And I need to attract A players, and I need to attract talent, and I need to fucking build this business, but I also want to have fun along the way and do it with people that want to have fun and the people I can get on with, and like just more people that are like who are my friends really, like just basically anyone that I can get on with and who's highly skilled and highly hardworking and honest and trustworthy, that I want them to work with me, and I want to fucking give them the opportunity to have the best experience and have the best offer, and they could go anywhere else working with me. And they only can do that if they already know who I am. So that's the second thing. I just want to put it back onto you, where it's like, what are you passionate about? What do you believe in? What dream are you building? What is your why? Why are you doing this? And why do you want to continue, wake up every day and be able to push through and consistently put in the repetitions over a long enough period of time? And why are you going to work even when you don't feel like working? Because when you don't feel like working, that's the work that everyone avoids, and that's the difference between the most successful people and the people you look up to, and then the people that are not where you want to be. And I'm not saying the difference between you and them, because there is no difference. The difference is you're in an inflection point right now, and you can go left or you can go right. Or you could go, might be easier if we have the y-axis and the x-axis, then you're here, and you can either go up or you can go down. And so you're here, you can choose either path, but it is up to you, because there's no difference between you and this person and you and this person. But if you want to go up, you just need to believe in yourself, you just need to keep working. And the difference is working in the dark when no one's watching, because right now I'm in the dark and no one is working in this shadow, because everyone is hiding behind their distractions, behind their limiting beliefs, behind their inability to take action. And so when it's dark and when you put in the work, that is your decision to show up and get to it, because it all comes down to you, and the only person that can do the work is you. Yeah, let's wake up tomorrow and let's get to it, because I need to get to sleep and I need to jump on this podcast tomorrow. And these guys are really versed in AI. They've worked with some of the biggest guys in info. They've worked with some guys that like you would 100% know, and I just can't say it because they've signed NDAs, but like some of the biggest, like the biggest. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. See you tomorrow. So we are in the stew in the cut. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because it's gonna be my first ever proper podcast in Bali, and I've only ever had one other podcast with Finn, which was like this time last month, which was not even 2 weeks ago. So it feels like I'm making progress and seeing visible progress. And to be honest, man, for the first 5 years of entrepreneurship, I was never on a podcast. I was never invited or anything, because I was just in the silence, but I was doing interesting things. But the thing is like no one knew about me and no one knew my brand. And you're just going to see, like, as I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm just going to go bigger, better, more interesting, make mistakes and have learnings on podcasts, etc. And just be able to expand my thoughts and like spread the reach of consciousness to be able to be the unique one-of-one entrepreneur. So here's Alex, just dropped in. What are you saying, bro?
What colour's your generator? How are you guys?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Bad.
What are you saying? Give us an introduction, who you are. I've kind of hyped you up a bit.
I'm Alex. All about building AI systems at the moment.
Yeah.
So, had a software development company, and now we're building stuff for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just seeing what you're on about, seeing what the info industry knows about AI,
mm-hmm.
and like how we could possibly help the info industry.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can help the info industry, you've probably got the best technology, best systems in place, and the corporate industry is going to be like blown away by this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And mate, looking forward to it.
I'm just putting bro on steam because I'm trying to get him in flow. I'm trying to get him to start thinking and get in front of the cameras, brother. And one thing that Archie said, or was it you that said, basically the info industry is ahead of the curve. They're the first movers, right? They're the kids. They're learning. They're using the technology, and then in that, it's like the corporate is slow moving, but that's where all the money is, and that's where all like the boomers are that are slow moving, and this is where the huge wealth transfer is going to come. And like this is where the info industry is going to be separated between builders and people that are generating real value and transitioning into that more corporate like enterprise sort of thing. And then you got all the info people that are just trying to flex the lifestyle, flex the Lambos and the nice watches and all this sort of shit. And then get left behind.
The next wave is all these people becoming super AI native, like leveraging, like with the info knowledge, with the AI knowledge, like we know so much around optimizing funnels, A/B testing, landing pages, all of this stuff. Corporate has no idea about. One of our clients was amazed by the opportunity of a testimonial video. Like this stuff was crazy. And look, an info industry, like a really good business would probably be between 1 to 5 million a month. And like that's like top end of info. You've dialed in your systems, you've dialed in everything. Now
60-person sales team.
Yeah, you've optimized everything. And now 1 to 5 mil a month for a corporate business or a real estate business is nothing. You're like leaving tons on the table for everyone else. So if we can apply that logic to what we're doing here with AI and good systems in place, like that's where the industry probably will be going, and all these info people who've got the knowledge will just fly.
They're going to move over.
Fly.
And we got Archie in the cut. You're like this, like, yo, what's up, bro? You're gonna dap up.
Yeah, I'm Archie. My background is a lot more sales. Started off cold calling, making 200 calls a day. Now I sound like a narcissist because I'm speaking too much about myself, so I don't like it. But yeah, got into sales, high ticket sales, started closing, did okay. Went into sales management, a bit more operational stuff. And now we're together, we're making money. We're working in corporate companies, trying to scale them, make them more money, give them energy so we get more energy. And now we're doing a podcast to give even more energy to
What
these
were we
people.
saying yesterday, Finn? What do you think the new currency will be?
Energy, brother. Energy, and it's not necessarily like energy as in like the woo like I manifested energy, or energy in terms of gigawatts. Like yes, that's all powerful, but it's the law of thermodynamics, which I don't fully understand, but I know it's the law. And in this universe, there's energy in many different forms, and it transforms and transmutes through different ways. I'm just yapping, but like it's through different forms. Would that be accurate?
100%. It doesn't matter. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. I give you something, or like I give you my energy. If I give you like even good energy, just like good presence, you will probably give me good presence in return. And if not, I will probably feel better because I've given you good energy, and the energy is then transmuted back to me. So everything has an opposite and equal reaction. You give a lot of value, you'll receive a lot of value. It could be monetary, it could be whatever, but everything has an opposite. And that's why the first principles of business is just provide value. Value. And in return,
Given you shall receive.
Yeah. And also, I just want to add to that, it's like 100% agreed. And to add to that, it's giving in excess and having an abundance where you have no expectation of return, because you're giving it to the universe. It's not to a specific person, because the universe works in amazing different ways. And so you're able to make that transfer. You're able to like help people out. They'll help you back. And it all just comes back to, you can't hack the system. There's methods, there's books you can read, but you really just learn it by just being a good, honest, hardworking human being. And if you just have that simple fundamental and you're curious and you're learning, and you always do right by people, and people might take advantage of you and might do things in that. But if you're always honest, hardworking, and you're true to yourself, and you have a strong brand, and you really want to protect your brand and your reputation, then you'll be fine. So we've already started the podcast on the vlog. So now we've got to stop and then get into the podcast, and I'll see you after the podcast. Right, yo, so I have just finished, and I'm making a lot of learnings along this journey and along this process. So one thing I'm learning is I need to follow Elon Musk's fucking principles of question, delete, optimize, accelerate, automate, because it's far too easy to want to basically optimize and accelerate and automate as soon as possible, when in the beginning I need to question and delete and actually understand the system and the structure of the process. Because I'm running out of credits like this because I'll try and automate something when right now I don't even have a proof of concept. So it's a big learning. And so what I'm learning is one of the easiest things you need to do is just get your source data, pull it from high level or CRM or Google Sheets, wherever you got your data, and then just feed it to Claude and see if you can at least get an output from that data. And just like right now I'm doing that. So learning about like exactly where all of our leads are coming from, where all of our revenue is coming from, and where all of our traffic sources, and connecting the two. I'm connecting all of this, I'm figuring this all out as I go, and it's a lot of learnings. But what's insane is you can actually do this now with just a computer, an internet connection, and a Claude Code subscription, because now I connect Claude to all of the tools, and I get Claude to actually do all the connecting. I'm just like interfacing through Claude Code or through whatever like terminal, whatever interface I want to use. And now majority of my time and work is on just actually inside the AI builder, which actually just tells me what it's doing. I'm not actually clicking buttons, and this is like showing me, like, it's not perfect, but it's showing you where the future is going with this stuff. So it's very interesting. But like, yeah, like I said the other day, like one of the biggest learnings from the AI mastermind was like everyone's figuring shit out. No one knows what they're doing, but the biggest learning is just executing and taking action. And so most people don't even take the first step because they're worried or they're concerned or they're confused. But more importantly, they'll see all the potential and they'll get overloaded and they'll just do a bunch of like shuffling papers. But I think this is just, you got to shuffle some papers to figure out like how to actually put things together, how to build systems. But we'll definitely see how this is going to improve, and I'm going to continue filming, documenting the journey on this. So we already have like some of our data passed and put in one place. So all of our like core booking forms are centralized in Airtable. We're using all of our like school leads, which is like a huge part of our funnel. That's also in Airtable. So now it's just like connecting data, and as we're connecting data, we want to like continue stacking it up and then building these layers and building out this like full OS system so that it's literally just a few key team members and just orchestrating everything from the back end. So then the only constraint is our like sales team and our content and our product. But everything else is like efficient. We know what we're doing. We know what to do more of, and we just keep fucking improving. And it's like this more data we get, the better we get, the more money we make, the more efficient we are, the more money we make for smaller inputs. And it's just this huge like thing that's going to be accumulating. I've actually achieved this this goal that I set out with my first YouTube video on this. What's going on? My name's Finn, and this is going to be the start of documenting building $1 million a year business. Currently 19, living in Bali. My biggest regret with those businesses was not documenting it so I could look back on it and learn from it. Currently the business is doing $0 a month, but within the next 12 months it's going to be doing 80,000 plus per month, which is $1 million a year. But I think it's not legitimate until it's US dollars, 84K a month. So we're going to continue on with this, and I'll be really excited to finish this off because we're going to hit 84K a month very soon, and then we're going to continue going onwards and upwards. I think after that $1 million a year run rate, I'll probably stop being as public with my numbers because it doesn't really serve me, I don't think, because being public with your numbers, people above you don't care, people below you throw hate, and no one actually cares how much you're actually doing. But it's a thing that I'm just internally battling with, so I'd like to know if it's helpful to know how much numbers people are doing. Because at the end of the day, the numbers you're doing isn't really matter. It's who you are and what you're building. And like, it's not your monthly numbers or your yearly numbers, it's the like decade numbers. So I'd rather share my yearly numbers and like the actual results that I got my customers and the actual impact that I'm having, because this content, it's not really about flexing or saying how good I am, but it's more about just sharing everything and having a greater impact, because that's what a billionaire journey is. It's you sharing everything, having a greater impact, and in having a huge impact in the market, then it'll always come back, because it's a universal principle. The more you put out, the more you give, the more it comes back. And it's not with an intention of receiving or taking, but it's more of just a universal law of you give out a lot of energy and the universe always replenishes it back, because it's an abundance cycle. But yeah, it's just I'd rather inspire people and be able to help them through their business, through their journeys, through their making money online journey, than actually showing my numbers and selling you into a thing. Because right now my main focus is my content and this business, not really anything else. But this will end this up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.